Hello. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot Readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I am here 365 days of the year to take your 12 political questions out of the chat. Just put your questions in the chat in the hour before I come on. And then during the live chat, anything in all caps, that's how you communicate with me. Other than that, please type normally. People have whole conversations and are really supportive of each other. We have a great community because of you. Thank you. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. Ever since the channel was monetized, that's how I do. And if you're watching this on replay, you can go down in the description box. All the questions are laid out, and I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose. You don't have to sit through the whole thing. You can just have the political tarot buffet. A little of that, all of that, all of that. So, okay, I've got like 14 questions, at least 14, 15. No, I have more than that. I have a ton of questions, but I want to start with thanking you because I was thanked, and I did not do this on my own. So hold on. Yuck. Sorry, the camera doesn't like. Hello, camera. There we go. Okay. Feeding America. Thank you, guys. Dear Sebastian, that's my real name. Today it is my honor to welcome you into the Feeding America Hunger Council, a dedicated leadership group in the fight against hunger in America. Your support in these difficult times is so important. As a Hunger Council member, you'll receive exclusive information and updates on critical hunger issues. Thank you for your partnership as we strive to end hunger in America together. Sincerely, Elizabeth Nielsen. So it's, they didn't just make me, they didn't make me president. I mean, I know there are a lot of people who are regular contributors and what have you, but I thought this was very sweet. So I wanted to share it with you because there's no way, I tithe, what a word, tithe. So 10% of my income goes to established charities, but everything Black and Orange specifically goes to Feeding America. And I don't know. I mean, I try to send in my donation every quarter. Last year, it just didn't happen. I just ended up sending a lump sum for the year, which is, still got there. It's still 10%. Maybe that's why they sent me this. But it's an ongoing thing. And so when I say 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America, I'm not messing with you. I'm not kidding. I'm not. Yeah, it really does. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you, and huge thanks to you. Many thanks. Grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Merci. So, okay. Thank you. Alrighty. Rachel, I'm still debating what to do about that video. I talked to Andre, and we're working it out. But everything's fine. Everything's fine. All's well. So, okay. All right. So let's jump into questions, and I'm really liking the first one because I don't even know that it's really a question. But then again, it doesn't need to be. We might just want to just talk about it. Okay, Newsweek does this whole video thingy. What's it? So let's share. Let me share this with you. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. All right, share screen. We're about 5 minutes in. Yuck. Russian army dog caught in crossfire, taken in by Ukraine soldiers. Ah. A Russian army dog got caught in crossfire. The Belgian Sheppard, now named Max, used to belong to Russian forces. The Russian forces captured a village. Ukrainian forces since regained control of the area and in doing so destroyed a military base. And there's Max. Oh no, this is a different army dog. Aw, but it is a Belgian Shepherd with a big lolling tongue. Oh, it's a big lolling tongue. I love German. I love German Shepherds, Belgian Shepherds. Without an owner, Max is found wandering around the village alone, wearing a Russian collar. The man who found the dog near his home took him in. The man gave the lost dog to the soldiers of the 19th Regiment of Ukraine's National Guard, who have taken him in as their own. He's now standing alongside the soldiers as the newest members of the country's National Guard. Belgian Shepherds are often chosen to become working army dogs as they are strong, highly intelligent species that can follow strict commands. They're often trained on how to sniff out explosive devices as well as carry out search and rescue duties. And when I read the rest of the article, it was saying that he is responding to he responds to basic commands in Russian, and they're teaching him how to respond to Ukrainian. So he's a puppy dog. Before I got these knuckleheads, it did dawn. I've never had a dog, but I've thought about getting a dog whenever I was like between cats, and which doesn't happen often. But it's terrible because I keep being drawn to really intelligent, really stubborn breeds, which is probably the last thing I need. But Belgian Shepherds, German Shepherds, if I was doing a big dog, small dog, like a Scottish Terrier, yeah, why can't I just go for easygoing? But anyway, so I'm a cat person, and that works out just fine. And I think he and Alfie like it that way. So okay. So Max is the newest member of the Ukrainian National Guard. Snow says they were trained not to be pets. That's true. Darren Smith says he'll be better treated by Ukrainians. Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh, the story is coming out from Russia, Russian soldiers. Oh, dear great Gussie. Oh, it's a puppy dog. Oh, it's the guard with the puppy dog. Oh, sweet. Okay, where's the doodad? Where's the rack? There it is. Hiding. The hermit. 8 of swords. 5 of wands. Judgment. Lovers. The only bad thing is it's a war dog. I mean, he was wandering alone after the base was bombed. I mean, that would be hard for a human who vaguely understands what's going on. But I don't think the dog was necessarily treated all that well. But now, because Max is also now a symbol of Ukrainian strength and winning the war. Yeah, Max is set. Max is going to have a good life. So Oh, you guys are talking about really sweet, your dogs. And Lynette says dogs like that help morale too. Yes. Another group of Ukrainian soldiers took in a little puppy and are training him. Oh, yes, Gene. His name is Max. Belgian Sheppard. So, Linda Sue says you can love a war horse too. That's true. Oh, yeah. Okay. I have things kind of broke down, so I have extra coffee. So let me just fill up my coffee cup here. All right. And we're going to jump into the other questions. Darren Smith is saying cats are very big on sleeping. Yeah. I think I'm better as a cat person. I was playing with them this morning, and I spent lots of time with them, but it's probably for the best. All right, so this was 5 minutes in. Okay, and Claudia had a question. Let's see, at 11:30. What is going on with Victor Orban? Claudia's asking. Is it Peva? What is going on with Victor Orban from Hungary? He's very close with Putin and has been blocking major sanctions against Russia. Is Hungary the Russian Trojan horse? Well, we should look. We could look at how much is Victor Orban for Putin? Is he going to be sharing intelligence? He shouldn't be. Is he going to be? Oh, Pamela Bryant says, I don't know how I would have made it through the pandemic without this community and my little dog. I couldn't see my daughter, but my dog never left my side. Oh. That gets me. That gets me. You guys are telling the most wonderful stories about your pets, and I'm just going to just squee and cry. And yeah, okay, pull yourself together, woman. Okay, 12. We'll just say 13. 13. Okay. Victor Orban from Hungary. How much in Putin's pocket is he? How is he a traitor? Is he just fighting sanctions, or is he actually going to be a traitor to Europe? Victor Orban. This guy, I can't even remember what this guy looks like. Hang on, let me see. Victor Orban. And he looks mean. Here, let me share. This does not look like a nice person. I mean, let me get rid of this. Yikes. Ugh. Scary. There's something very scary about this guy. That's just, maybe it's just me, but there's something very scary about this guy. All right. Orban. Vince Foster saying Orban compared the war sanctions applied to Russia as an atomic bomb. Remember, this says he looks like Andrew. A little bit. Elsie, love my pups. Mean-looking, evil, dark energy. That's kind of what I was picking up on. So, yeah. 8 of Cups. All right, that's the wall of NATO, Europe, sanctions, and there's a hole in it. Orban is that hole. Linda Kingsley points out rightly, all these guys have no light in their eyes. Putin's the same. It's true. Hanged Man. 5 of Cups. 9 of Pentacles. Ew, 9 of Swords. 3 of Pentacles. He's going to do what benefits himself. That's the long and short of it. Would it be... It's not like some of the people who are Putin flunkies in other countries who are like, oh, whatever Putin wants, I need to stay on Putin's good side. This guy, he cares about himself, and that's it. That's it. Kevin's pointing out he's Tucker's buddy. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm getting a lot of really negative. Has he had crackdowns on dissidents or people who want democracy? Because I'm getting really ugly energy on that. But he's fine, and he has a plan, and it's like he doesn't even see it. Okay, I need to get out of this energy. Well, no, what's going to happen to this jerk? Because, oh my gosh, his energy is so off. What's going to happen to you? He's a charm school dropout. Linda Sue is saying that the election was gruesome. Oh, jeez. Oh. Hello, Death. How you doing? Five of Wands. Judgment. High Priestess. Yeah. Surprise. I think he's... what the cards are saying is he's corrupt. But there will be judgment. But I'm getting this, and I'm not entirely sure he's one of those people, one of those autocrats who like flees to another country. Okay, oh gosh, that's a cesspit. Linda Kingsley, says he may be next to deal with after Putin. Yeah. 3 more cards on Orban, and let's. Gee, that was fun. Let's never do it again. Oh, thank you, Foster, Victor Foster. It's kind of a vegan latte. Thank you, Chaos Mage. 7 of Cups. 6 of Cups. 7 of Pentacles. 9 of Wands. All right, so he's going to be there for a while, but do not believe him if he tells you water is wet. Okay, I need to get out of this energy. That's very not nice. Linda Kingsley says then Xi is next. CCP is going to flex its power after Europe starts cleaning up. Okay. All right. Get off my cards. I don't like him. He's not invited to dinner. 1930. Martin Winter has a question. 1930. Russian troops seem to leave Mariupol to the east. Russian troops seem to leave Mariupol to the east-northeast to encircle Ukraine troops and Russians from the east, while Ukraine cut support lines to the east. Who has the advantage? Okay. All right, so Russian troops went east and northeast. At northeast, they managed to encircle Ukrainian troops. And Russians from the east, did they encircle the Ukrainian troops and the Russians from the east? Well, Ukraine cut support lines in the east. Okay, who has the advantage? I understand what you're saying, but I kind of feel like this is a word math problem I'm going to fail. Kathy Rollins, thank you. Let's keep sending out positive energy for the survival of democracies throughout the world. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Martin Winter, yes. Who has the advantage? Russians or Ukrainians? Page of Wands. Well, we know that communications are being intercepted. Hello, I apologize. My internet just went out completely for a minute there. Sorry about that. And I've got this set up now. So if I get dropped again for some reason, I can come back on, hopefully faster. Sorry about that. All right, so 27. Where are we? 27:45. Let's just do that. So the question is, thank you guys. Thank you for your patience. So the question is, who has the advantage, the Russian troops or the Ukrainian troops just east and northeast of Mariupol? And we know that the Russian communications are being intercepted. So there's a lot of information that is available. It also weakens their own logistics. Knight of Swords. Yeah, you're supposed to be in a war zone there. Hermit. Chariot. My gosh, the Ukrainians. Wow. They really, I really am getting the full force of the one part of the Russian army that's actually working. Victory. Hierophant. Right now, who has the advantage? Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought there was a problem going on in the chat, but everybody's okay. You're not picking on anybody? No picking on anybody. Have a great day, Linda. Thank you. Okay, so who has the advantage right now? Russia. Now, will that change? That doesn't mean they'll win. As to the who has the advantage? Let's see. So who's going to win? Or will those Russian forces be able to get out if they're surrounded? See, because their leaders actually care about them, unlike the Russian soldiers who are being treated like cannon fodder. Okay, Four of Cups. Excuse me. What I'm getting is someone there, and they've got their big gun, and there's shelling and shooting and stuff. But the Ukrainian army's trying to help, and what I'm getting is someone whose heart is just pounding, and is just really afraid, but not going to give up. But is so frightened, but is getting some outside support. So it's like, I'm still alive. Oh my gosh, I'm still alive. That's good. It might just be for now, but like I expected to be dead by now is the kind of the feeling I'm getting. Thank you. Chariot. 10 of Wands. 8 of Swords. 5 of Cups. 3 of Swords. It's not great. Some of them make it out, but it's not great. That's what I'm getting. So, but Ukraine's doing very well in other areas. So, and these people are fighting. And if there's one thing that we've learned by now, you don't mess with Ukrainians. Are you crazy? Linda Kingsley says, I get the song by Simon and Garfunkel, Bridge Over Troubled Waters. They're help is trying to get to them, is what it feels like. Or support is nearby and is helping. But it's a war. It's a war zone, and it's ugly. And that's and Putin has been amassing more of his stuff on close to the border. So these Russian soldiers have more supplies. But divine spirit, fill the world with your divine energy. Protect those who are fighting for their home. Raise the vibration, brighten the hearts of everyone involved. For compassion, kindness, health, peace. Bless. I have a song going through my head, but I might wait a few minutes before telling that joke. Okay, 3430. Anna had a question. Okay, 3430. We get on the reading on Zelensky. Okay. Volodymyr Zelensky. He's working it. He's still getting up every day, working it. Who can I talk to? His schedule is just nonstop. His job mainly right now is PR. I mean, he's doing a lot more than that. And a lot of people are coming to him about the fighting and what have you, but a big chunk of his day is taken up with talking. I say PR only in the sense of trying to get other countries to help. Or at the very least not take Russia's side. And so he's out there. And my gosh, these people are amazing. Zelensky, you beautiful soul. Taking Russian artillery, Russian everything, and using it to defend Ukraine. Yeah. Kevin has a song, R.E. Putin, I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair. Emperor. Guess who that is? Five of Cups. So it wasn't so easy to take over Ukraine, was it? Knight of Wands. Knight of Swords. Six of Wands. Okay, what I'm getting here is, I'm trying to read on Zelensky, and all I've got is Putin. Tried to invade Ukraine. It didn't work so well. this is Putin's forces thinking they could just walk in and 3 days later they'd be having parades in Kyiv. And this is like, nope, that didn't work. So we need to actually send the full military. And Zelensky is very afraid of a Russian victory. That is his energy right now. It's just focused. How do I stop this? How do I stop this? Who do I talk to? Who else can I talk to? I haven't talked to this person. There might be somebody at the very tip of South America who I haven't talked to yet. You know, how can I talk to that person? Statues. There will be statues of this man. Linda Kingsley, I agree. Putin is jealous and hateful. He's got the energy of a serial killer. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. You have to have equipment. And the West is helping a lot. Four of Swords. Janelle Espinosa is saying Zelensky has protected his energy. So hard to read. Well, he's just focus. Queen of Cups. Two of Wands. Seven of Swords. Tower. He is hard to read. Because none of this feels like, oh, this is what's going to happen. This is the Ukrainian people were lied to. Or Putin was saying, oh, I'm not going to invade. The communication intercepts are helping. But Putin is he's stealing ground. He's destroying buildings. He's being awful. And yeah, it's like he doesn't want to think about the future. So his energy is just here now. What can I do today? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do right now? Okay, what am I? And what's next? And this and this. So that's all I'm getting. But this man is a hero, no doubt. And he will go down in history as one of the great heroes of Ukraine. Eight of Pentacles. I think stuff from the West helping. Fool. Oh, it's a puppy dog. Well, they have a new puppy dog. The military has a new puppy dog, the National Guard. Eight of Swords, Magician. He just wants to be magician. He just wants to pull the rabbit out of the hat. He just wants to get his people out of bondage. He's apparently there's going to be a prisoner exchange between Ukraine and Russia. Yeah, that's all I'm getting on him. It's just bless you. Bless all of Ukraine. Bless all those who are fighting for freedom. Okay. Dear Great Gussie. Okay, 4130. We're going to come back to the U.S. Okay, Yvonne had a question. Has a January 6th Select Committee already sent criminal referrals to the DOJ on Trump and cohorts that have been kept secret? I don't believe so, but let's have a look. Kevin, go Z go? As in leave, yes, but go Z go. Did someone hijack your account? Okay, let's make it 42. Has the January 6th committee already sent criminal referrals to the DOJ? Well, my understanding is they don't do it directly. They suggest it in the committee, and then it goes to the House floor for a vote. Maybe they're sending materials or something, but Eight of Swords. They've basically got it wrapped up, is what that feels like. They're just trying to get as much firsthand evidence. Anyway, guess we almost lost our democracy. Good grief. Knight of Cups. My screen went black. Six of Swords. No, they're pulling it together. The committee's pulling it together and setting up for their hearings against all the heinousness. No, I don't think they've sent anything yet, but they're right there. It feels like they could have technically, they could have the hearings tomorrow, but they want to make sure that they've talked to everyone they possibly can. Oh, and by the way, have you noticed that all those people that Trump told to not talk to the January 6th committee, but when it came to Princess Grift and Jared Lucius Malfoy Kushner, Trump said go ahead, because he doesn't want the princess getting in trouble. Okay. All right. Okay, let me see here. What's next? I will mention silliness. I retweeted it. This guy was saying that his 13-year-old daughter was listening to some music, and he's like, "Hey, what you listening to?" And she was, and apparently she's gone goth. Awesome. Hi. Anyway, so he asked his goth 13-year-old daughter, "What are you listening to?" And she said, "It's someone you've never heard of. They're called The Cure." And I immediately just went, boys don't cry. Boys don't cry. Do, 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 do. Anyway. All right, speaking of, what is it? What was the line in it about how could we someone as dumb as this? It was like, oh, multiple Republicans. Oh, Jen Glenn's question. So 40, 50. Multiple Republicans called the leaking of the SCOTUS draft opinion an insurrection. Get out of town. Were they trying to water down the word, trying to divert attention away from the January 6th committee? Yeah, they're trying to deflect, and so they don't have to talk about the A word. They don't want to talk about the A word. They want to make sure nobody can do it, no matter how heinous or how much damage is done, but they don't want to talk about it because they don't want to defend it. They don't want to defend their position. And so they have focused on this, the leak. And it's like, oh, that's terrible. Yes, you're really, really upset. How dare someone take away your privacy, the court's privacy? So every time one of these yahoos starts complaining about the leak, oh, took away your privacy, did they? What a shame. Unconscionable blankety blanks, these people. Chariot. Big, showy. It feels like a show. Don't look at the important thing. Yeah. Lovers. High Priestess. Two of Cups. Yes, a partnership that the Supreme Court and the Republicans have no business getting involved in. Partnerships. What goes on behind closed doors, medical privacy, yes, none of your blankety business. Four of Cups. Two of Pentacles. Lovers. Partnership. Secrets. Higher wisdom of secrets, of privacy. These blanks, not listening to reason or anything that deserves compassion, and they're weakening their own political party, their own party, their own political futures. Yeah. So why are they complaining about the leak? Try to take some of the air out of. They need something to talk about, and yeah, it's a load of garbage. So. Introducing SCOTUS are contemptible. 5 of them are. Justin's mom says it's a big distraction from what they're doing behind the scenes. Yes. Okay. 51. Oh boy. Polls are showing Beto is only having 37% of the vote in Texas. Will he be able to gain more of a lead by November? Stacey Abrams is behind about 5 percentage points currently in the polls, and it's like, really? I'm a big I'm becoming a big Hal Sparks fan. I mean, I always thought he was funny, and he always seemed like he was nice. But Elisa, thank you so much for being here for us. Much love, Elisa. Thank you. Hal Sparks is sorry. Going back to what I was saying, his thing that he's been talking about, which I completely agree with, which is do not water down the Democratic vote by voting for people who cannot win. I mean, do what you want during the primaries, but once there's a candidate, get behind that candidate, period. And the whataboutism or the oh, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. It doesn't make any difference. They're all are you willfully ignorant of what's happening? If you cannot see the difference between Republicans and Democrats right now, I don't know what to tell you. And he was saying, focus on incrementalism. Just because you can't get all the liberal, all the left-leaning stuff that you want, things could start moving in that direction, and you could help move them along, rather than saying, "Oh, I'm not going to get everything I want, therefore I'm not going to vote." I totally agree with him on that. He said it's being an adult. It's understanding that you don't get everything you want out of the gate. The way you go work out, or the way you eat, or whatever you're trying to do, you have to do a little bit, 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 a little bit. You don't just go to the gym and expect to, well, I was here all day and I'm not ripped. And so I'm not going, so I'm mad at gyms now. Anyway, thank you, Scott. Thank you. And thank you, Troll Slayers. You make this possible. So, all right, I need more coffee. Oh, there we go. All right. I actually was listening to the other day. I was listening to early Depeche Mode. 30? Is that right? Yeah. All right, Beto. Kevin Brazil says chip. Yep. Exactly. Sherlock Holmes, I agree. The wise Sherlock Holmes is with us. If the bus doesn't let you off at the front door of your destination, do you not take the bus? Of course not. You take the bus that takes you the closest. Exactly. Yeah. Beto. Beto O'Rourke, who during when the electrical grid went down in the middle of a snowstorm, and Cancun Cruz was off blaming his daughters for his own selfishness. You threw your own daughters under the bus. Good grief. Anyway, Beto O'Rourke got on the phone. He was helping organize and then calling individuals and the elderly and everything. Are you safe? But people would rather have cruel King Abbott of Texas. Really? You're going to have to explain that one to me. Yeah, you're going to have to explain that one to me, because right now King Abbott has better communications because he's the incumbent. He's cruel and inhuman. Anna, I'm cold, Daddy. Let's go to Cancun. I cannot even imagine saying that to my father. It's cold. It's terrible. Let's go to Cancun. Hermit, he's toiling away in semi-darkness, but chariot, but he's toiling away. He's doing the smart thing. He's Moon. Yeah, but Abbott is just this big show of chaos and cruelty. And it isn't just it isn't just that I'm a biased Democrat. Tower, yeah, he's hurting Texas. He's hurting Texans. And Beto is looking at the aftermath, and he cares about the people. I mean, I'm not saying he's a saint. I'm not saying any of these people are saints, but he actually cares. And certainly compared to Cruel King Abbott, it's not even close. It's more, if Beto gets in, it will be more of a referendum against Abbott than probably for him, in the sense of, because he is such a contrast, I should say. And Kelpie, just leave the dog at home in the cold. Snowflake the dog. Ms. Cat M says, I can't imagine blaming my kids for my stupid decisions. That's because you're a good mother. Oh, did someone just quote Depeche Mode? Gary. Words are very unnecessary. They can only do harm. Not my favorite Depeche Mode song, but very popular. That's good. Star. Nine of Wands. Two of Swords. Queen of Wands. Ace of Wands. Judgment. All I'm getting here is Cruel King Abbott just getting more and more extreme. And Texans being sick of it, and Beto being there as an alternative. But we already feel beaten up, and he's making more legal decisions, and this is the group in state legislature that's behind all of his awfulness, and here's more cruelty, and here's judgments if you've broken their medieval laws. So basically what I'm getting is King Abbott going, how far to the right can you go? Yoy. Yeah, I'm with you, Frida Smith. I can't believe how anyone would like to vote red. I just can't. Especially for Abbott or DeSantis or Trump or what? Okay. 101.30. Nanette had a question. Oh, this is good news. Karine Jean-Pierre. Yes. Our new press secretary. The first Black and LGBTQ, openly LGBTQ press secretary of the United States, a woman, smart, articulate, breaking down those barriers, opening the doors for great talent to get accepted in the future. Yes. All right, so the question is, how's she going to do? Moving toward equality. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Happy dance. Happy dance. Better than Sean Spicer. How is she going to do? Better than Sean Spicer? Better than Sarah Huckabee Sanders? Better than Grisham, who never had a single press conference? Kathy Rollins says she's brave too. She saved Kamala Harris physically from an aggressive heckler. Oh, that's right. I'd forgotten about that. Nice. King of Swords. That's communications. Nine of Cups. Well, the whole White House has her back. Queen of Wands. 10 of Cups. Of course, the far right, the groups of I'm just getting a mental image of like black crows. It's like there are all of the kind of basically mainstream media journalists there, and then there are these big, loud, obnoxious black crows. And I like crows, but big, obnoxious black crows. Being awful, but she's got the White House back. She's going to do a great job. She just needs some crow repellent. Yes, that's right. I forgot about her. Holly in France. Better than Kay Lai Kakamami. Yep. I forgot about her. Wow, I'd actually managed to put her out of my mind. Oh, those were the days. 105. Jen Glenn has a question here. 105. Republicans say they don't think the Supreme Court's decision on Roe versus Wade will affect the midterms. Oh, pull the other one. Oh my gosh. No. No. What? Huh? Did they do something about that? Really? I hadn't noticed. All right, that's vanilla protein powder. Come on. No unruly protein powder. Janelle, I agree. They have no clue what's coming. Ms. Kat M says they are in for a brutal awakening. Mm-hmm. Republicans say they don't think the Supreme Court's decision will affect the midterms. Do they really think that, or are they trying to hide their worries? All right. Well, I'm looking at a big clump of people, so... Yeah. Shockwave, yeah. Senators Roger Marshall, Mike Lee, Mike Braun, Kevin Kramer, and Steve Daines strongly urge a new TV rating so parents can block their children from watching shows with LGBTQ characters. Because, of course. Yeah, Janelle, number 2. Yeah. In more ways than one. Do you, on the whole, Republicans, do you really think this is not going to affect the midterms? They think people are apathetic. They think the Democrats voters are apathetic. Lovers. It's a card for the reading. Five of Pentacles. Yes, this is the damage in the aftermath of their cruelty. Leaving people out in the cold, sick, ill. Three of Swords. Damage, 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 damage. 10 of Swords. This is bad. Hierophant. And Supreme Court. Wow. This feels like toxic waste. This is going to be so much worse, and so much worse for them. They've dug a pit for themselves to the center of the earth. Bad. But it's the Supreme Court. The end of that was the Supreme Court being despised. And then, oh, yeah. Darren Smith says, the Republican Party seriously underestimates the anger of Democrats after 4 years of 45. And the hell he put us through, yes. Janelle says, it will totally 10 of Swords them. Swords. It will totally 10 of Swords them. It's going to be temporary. That's what I keep getting. This is going to be a temporary problem. It will not continue. And we are headed into better days, better years. But in the short term, oh, I've got another, so we're talking about 80s synth pop, which was my favorite thing. Thompson Twins. Lies, 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 yeah. Yeah. They're gonna get you 8 of Cups. 5 of Wands. 2 of Cups. 7 of Swords. 6 of Pentacles. Get out of people's bedrooms. Get out of their privacy. Get out of their private spaces. Their actions with their doctors. And this is them taking temporarily, but this is them the right stealing and giving very, very little in return as a consolation. Yeah. Julia Worcester says, saw Thompson Twins in concert. Terrible. Maybe if I had... maybe it would be better if I had taken the drugs my companions were taking. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I didn't see them in the 80s, but in the early 90s, I saw Pet Shop Boys. They were on tour. Pretty small venue. That was fun. They really, boy, for not having like great singing chops or whatever, put on a good show. And Susie and the Banshees, Susie Sue is amazing, but it was very repetitious. She really could have used a couple of costume changes, but at least it wasn't the Susie and the Banshees. There's a video of them live back in the 80s, and she knows all the lyrics to this tour, to their songs, and she sings it very well. But somebody was, because between songs, at one point she just says, "What time tunnel did you come out of?" And the rest of the band's just like, oh, okay, hurry. Okay, drummer starting. Start the music before she talked more. Fran Urbina, how do they plan to pass it to the states? What about HIPAA law? I know, but I don't. I saw the Cocteau Twins twice. The second time, it was just kind of eh. The first time, it was magical. So I was very fortunate. I also saw 9 Inch Nails. Last show of the Downward Spiral tour. It was very good. All right, 113. Sandy Miller had a question. Mitch McConnell. How could we miss someone as dumb as this? We don't miss him, his. Oh boy. Mitch McConnell. It's a great question, Sandy. Just fix this. Sandy Miller has a great question. Will Mitch McConnell be found guilty of paying off the debts of conservative judges as well as bribing them to continue the Republican Party agenda? I don't think he's the one who paid off Kavanaugh's debts. McConnell, will there be any consequences for you for the way you have destroyed Senate procedure, decency, whatnot? Page of Pentacles. Oh, he's thinking that that he's got young Supreme Court justices in there, and so for decades to come, when he's long gone. Pamela Bryant says, I'm sure Mitch McConnell had somebody else do it, as he did not want his fingerprints on it. Ding, 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 ding. All right. Fruits of labor. Or cheating. Whichever. World. 5 of Swords, so that's insult to injury. Adding insult to injury. 2 of Cups. 9 of... Well, it feels like a storm coming for him with the January 6th stuff. There's a storm coming. And he's not kidding when he says if Republicans retake Senate, he will make certain that Joe Biden does not appoint anybody to the Supreme Court. He's not kidding. He's not. No. But that feels like a storm coming. But it's more about his power, his own power, and getting Republicans in there, and how can he retake the majority? Blah, 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 blah. Deb Z says, nailing trolls is good for my frustration. Ten of Cups. Tower. Knight of Swords. King of Swords. Very happy Democrats. Very happy. And happy Democratic families. And these are judges, prosecutors, legal things, and they're men. So you got the patriarchy. this extremism, it will not stand. It can't stand. With the amount of Aquarian energy we're going into, nope. All this patriarchal stuff. Whew. Well, a lot of it. Unfortunately, not all of it. Kevin Brazil says, super mods, hold for applause. All right, now I've got Susie and the Banshees going through my head. Their cover of Dear Prudence was very good. But Cities and Dust is really, I really like that song, particularly because, I mean, they had visited Pompeii, and that's what inspired the song. It was just so shocking to be there, and it inspired the song. Susie and the Banshees, Cities and Dust. Very good. Because that's a great way to deal with any kind of shock or trying to process things, to come up with some kind of creative outlet where you can deal with the emotions or deal with and then end up creating something rather than destroying. So I have creative sprints in the afternoon. Trying to encourage that. 119, let's go on to Jeanette Carpenter's question. Hello, Tara. Okay, Jeanette Carpenter. Will consumers boycott companies that support anti-choice politicians? Okay. Will the great divide in the country, will consumers boycott companies who support the draconian, unconscionable, cruel, selfish, short-sighted policies of the Republicans? But I don't have an opinion. Jolisa S. says, that's why I draw and paint and journal. Good, good, good. Consumers. Well, I read on something sort of like this the other day with Jen Lin. She's so awesome. She's such a great reader. And basically what we were getting was that big companies, they're not going to go to the right. If they have to go left or right, they're going to go left because of the big population centers and the sheer number of Democrats, plus being supportive of, as much as the Republicans are trying to roll back things that create equality and kindness, craziness. If the corporations who embrace that narrow-mindedness, they end up in court. And if the Republicans make some progress now, there's no guarantee that's going to work. So more than likely, they would say, we're going to stick with the rules that are in place about equality, about supporting, and we're going to court the big population centers. We're going to court the bigger groups of people on the whole. Ace of Swords. One big court ruling could change so much. You throw out precedents, that is a whole can of worms. Just crack that big monster can of worms open. Let the stench out. Empress, that's America. So will consumers, Americans, 10 of Cups, Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, 7 of Swords. This feels like Republicans complaining. See, this, okay, this is, so, I mean, the question is, will consumers boycott companies that support anti-choice politicians? I've got America. I've got the power of women. I've got happy families here. I've got places in the country where the laws will remain more liberal. Then I have this far right group here next to a thief card. I can't get what I want here. They're not supporting me. It's going to be even more victimhood, egregious, complaining. Yeah, companies will, on the whole, of course there'll be exceptions, but on the whole, yep. M. Kelpie, where is Wayne County? I'm afraid I don't know where that is. Oh, it's Detroit? Ah, good. All right, so 124. Jen Glenn had a question here, 124. Ah, okay. Does RBG have a message for us during this time? Well, the first thing I'm getting is not from her, just from my guy. I'm starting to get a headache. I'm going to grab a couple Advil. I'll be right back. And thank you for your patience with me. Michigan. Oh, good. All right. Ruth Bader Ginsburg. See if I can get any. I'm just getting a sense of she knew this was going to happen. She held on for as long as she could. And it's very disappointing that Democratic lawmakers didn't just pass important things like the ERA and put this into law so it wasn't sitting on the Supreme Court. She's also disappointed, disgusted with these people who are all about their own agenda. Although I'm sure there are people who would say the liberal justices are all about their own agenda, but they do some moderate stuff sometimes that annoys us. B. Smith says it might be Uranus opposite the sun. I had migraines when it hit mine. Oh, bless. Well, yeah. All right. 9 of Swords. It's a lot of worry. Moon. 2 of Pentacles. Hierophant. 8 of Cups. Kind of reminds me of an article I read about her. It was written by a friend of hers. Basically, what it was saying was, in all the years she'd been friends with Ruth Bader Ginsburg, they hadn't talked about cases that were on the Supreme Court. She was very by the book, and but she was using the system to help. And she thinks that the court itself is just undermining itself. And if Trump had had half a brain, or McConnell had had half a brain or something, they wouldn't have packed the court. They wouldn't have, like when McConnell refused to even speak with Merrick Garland. That's a whole thing. That undermines the court to such an extent. Not that we expect the justices to be apolitical, because we know they're not, but that was a whole other level. It's the institution that's suffering now. She knows she's missed, but she's very happy on the other side. That's what I'm getting. She's very happy. She's there with her husband, family. She's not in pain. She's actually more humble than a lot of these people I read on. It's getting pretty, straightforward kind of things. Three of Swords there. Cooking their own goose. Fools. Four of Cups. Throwing out Stare Decisis. Seven of Wands, going to be on the defensive. The Shadow Docket. Here's the Thief card. But it's going to end with, we'll end up with, there will be more Democrats than Republicans on the Supreme Court. And this is the Nine of Cups. So, thank you. I'm getting a don't worry, it'll turn out all right. But vote. And demand your representatives do something. Thank you. It's like she's on her way to a party. Party where there's dancing. Michelle, I did actually. Okay. 131. Yes, Betty Harper. There's a wind of big change blowing in. Yes. Okay, 131. We have got Jen Glenn's question. Oh, it's that stupid thing. I thank you for the question. I'm not saying the question's stupid. I'm saying the idea. Republican senators want a new TV rating. Speaking of which, speaking of Hal Sparks, he is a straight man, but he said, he was saying the other day that his agent said, brought me the script to Queer as Folk. He said it was like they almost handed it to me with like salad tongs, like it was radioactive or something. It was just like, here, we're just going to leave that there because we know you get mad when we don't send you stuff, but we do not recommend this. And he read the beginning of Queer as Folk, and he said, this is important. This is important. Thank you, Jen Glenn. So, And it was important. And it helped a lot of people. That show helped a lot of people. So, are the idiots going to get a new TV rating? Because heaven forbid there be more love in the world. Oh yeah, but you can get Cawthorn, his latest video. Sure, make sure to leave him in. Ace of Pentacles. Mm-hmm. But the children, what if the children see people kissing? What if they see people being kind to each other, being loving? What would happen then? King of Cups. Two of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. Oh, I'm getting a low internet signal warning. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't do it. Temperance. Good. Sun. Oh, of course they're pushing for it. But it ain't happening. You can push for it all you want. But you don't have power. You don't have the power to make it happen. The decisions being made here. And I've got a Temperance. And normally the Sun card is the kid on the horse. Temperance. There's nothing wrong with seeing people be kind to each other. Thank you, B. Smith. The warning's gone away, so that's good. Warrior Witch. Hello. I'm going to throw 3 more cards on this. My understand when I saw it, I thought, gosh, I have to use this word again. I think he was wearing a thong. That's what I think, and I like my idea better than what everybody else is saying. So, 5 of Cups. Oh no. Death. 10 of Wands. 4 of Pentacles. You don't have the power to do that. There's all kind of stuff you want, but you lost. You don't have the power. You put your money on Trump, and now you've got you don't have the presidency. You want the majority in the Senate. You don't have McTrader in Speaker of the House. Keep making noise. Oh, Warrior Witch, I have avoided the Depp case, the Depp Heard case. I have avoided it like the plague. The only thing I am certain of is that these 2 people should go in separate directions. And that should be the end of it. Anyway. Kevin Brazil, how about TV violence? Oh, no. That's fine. Okay. Warning. Okay. 137. Mel Edmonds. Oh, 137 and 137.30. I got through 14 questions today. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so Mel had a question. Will Biden take the opportunity to expand the Supreme Court from 9 to 13? I think he should, but we'll see. Squeezy squeeze box, but she won't let him go in peace, needs to ruin his life. I don't think we should talk about this. I think the whole thing is toxic from one end to the other. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, 138.30. 138.30. Can I expand the Supreme Court? Seven of Cups. Well, each of the justices definitely has their own personality. We could sit down sometime and try to figure out who is whom. And seven of the justices, which one is the dragon? Which one is the lovely lady? Which one is the wreath or the mask? Is there beer? I'm not seeing beer. Anyway. Moon. Three of Swords. That's a ruling that's very upsetting to people. Knight of Wands. Six of Wands. Two of Wands. Not in the short term. And that's what I was getting with Jen the other day as well. It was more the DOJ looking. We kept getting. Both of us kept getting three, and it was like the DOJ finally doing the deep dive work on three of the justices and uncovering some stuff that should have been brought out before. But that's going to take time. I haven't been getting him packing the court, for lack of a better way to put it. Personally, the population of the country is so much bigger than it used to be. There are 13 districts. I don't know what they officially call areas. And so there should be 13 justices. But he won't. It's going to really upset people, but they are in there for a while like this. So, all right. That's going to do it for me for today. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Okay, it is 1:51 p.m. here in Chicago. Hello from Chicago. And at 4 o'clock, I'll be over on the Book Art Media channel to do creative sprints. You are always welcome. I'm not trying to sell you anything. It's not even big enough to be monetized. It's just to focus on our creative projects for 25 minutes and encourage each other and then rinse and repeat. And that's all there is to it. So you're always welcome. That is at 4 o'clock. Other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow because I'm here 365 days of the year. And again, thank you. Huge thanks. Many thanks. I am grateful. Thank you. Merci for all you've done. I wouldn't be able to tithe what I have to Feeding America if you were not here. So thank you for your generosity and your kindness to me and your patience with me. Thank you. All right. Hang in there. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And don't forget, you are not alone. We are in this together. And there are There are good days ahead. Take care.